Imagine this. You're trapped on a tiny wooden raft. No privacy, no escape, no way to walk away from an argument. Just 11 strangers in an ocean that stretches farther than your eyes can see. Most people think that's the perfect recipe for violence, because that's what we've been taught. Put strangers together, add stress, hunger, fear, and eventually they'll turn on each other. But something strange happened on the Akali raft. The more impossible the situation became, the kinder people became. That sounds backwards, doesn't it? See, when people know they can't escape each other, something changes. Winning an argument suddenly matters less than surviving the next day. Tiny acts start becoming incredibly valuable. Someone silently saves you the last cup of fresh water. Someone notices you're exhausted and takes your night shift without asking. Someone tells a joke at exactly the moment everyone feels hopeless. None of these moments make history books, but they're often the reason history continues. Psychologists have a name for this. Under extreme conditions, humans don't always become monsters. Sometimes we become more human. Because empathy isn't just kindness, it's survival technology. The experiment accidentally revealed something uncomfortable about modern life. Today, we can leave almost any relationship with one tap. Block, mute, unfollow, walk away. But on the raft, there was no block button, no separate rooms, no "I'll talk to you tomorrow." Every disagreement had to be repaired, not because everyone suddenly liked each other, but because they had no choice. And maybe that's why they started understanding each other better. Think about it. Most conflicts don't disappear because someone wins. They disappear because someone decides the relationship matters more than being right. The ocean forced that lesson every single day. There's another detail people rarely talk about. Nobody on that raft survived alone. The strongest person still needed someone else to navigate. The smartest person still depended on others for food, repairs, and watch duty. Strength wasn't enough. Intelligence wasn't enough. Only cooperation kept the raft moving. And that's probably the biggest misunderstanding about human evolution. We celebrate lone heroes. But our species didn't conquer the planet because one person was extraordinary. We survived because ordinary people kept helping each other. One meal, one warning, one helping hand at a time. The Akali experiment wasn't perfect. It had flaws. It was controversial. And scientists still debate what it really proved. But maybe the most important discovery wasn't found in the data. It was found in the moments nobody planned. The quiet moments where strangers chose compassion, even when nobody was watching. Maybe that's what makes us human. Not intelligence, not strength, not technology, but the strange ability to care about someone else's survival almost as much as our own. On a tiny raft in the middle of the Atlantic, that instinct refused to sink. And maybe it never did. But here's the part that stayed with me the longest. When the experiment finally ended, the people stepped back onto solid land. You'd think they'd celebrate one thing above all else, getting away from each other. But many of them didn't. Some stayed in touch for years. Because somewhere between the endless waves, sleepless nights, and impossible conversations, strangers had become something closer to family. And maybe that shouldn't surprise us. Think about the people who mean the most to you. Were those relationships built during the easy days? Or during the moments when life fell apart, and someone quietly stood beside you? Humans have this strange habit. The harder the journey, the stronger the bond. Maybe that's why soldiers remember their unit for the rest of their lives. Why disaster survivors often describe complete strangers as brothers and sisters. And why people who go through difficult times together rarely forget each other. The Akali raft didn't just test whether humans become violent under pressure. It revealed something much more hopeful. Sometimes, the very thing that seems most likely to break us is the thing that reminds us we're never meant to face life alone. Maybe that's the real experiment. Not whether humans are good or bad, but whether, when everything else is stripped away, kindness is what naturally floats to the surface.